Welcome students, session 4, chapter 1 of standard 10 science, chemical reaction, chemical equation. Up till last video we have covered what are chemical reactions, chemical equations, how they are represented, how the chemical equations are balanced, and now we are in the important section of types of chemical reactions. In that types of chemical reactions we have covered, the first one was combination reaction and the second one was decomposition. In between we studied about exothermic chemical reactions, that is those which liberate heat, and those who absorb heat or take and absorb energy are called as endothermic. We'll start with the in-text questions related to it, that is on the page number 13. The first question is, a solution of substance X is used for whitewashing. Name the substance X and write its formula. And the second question in it is, sub question is, write the reaction of the substance X named with the water. The solution over here, a substance X used for whitewashing is calcium oxide, which is also called as quicklime. Okay, and its formula is CaO. Okay, the substance whose solution in water is used for whitewashing is calcium oxide. Now write the reaction, okay, of X. So we have seen it's a which reaction? Combination. Calcium oxide plus H2O gives us calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. Now the second question is, why the amount of gas collected in one of the tube in activity 1.7 double of the amount collected in another? Name this gas. Okay. Now that activity was of an electrolysis activity, which we studied electrolysis of the water, and it was of the voltaic cell. The gas which is collected in double amount in the electrolysis of water experiment is hydrogen. This is because water contains, you have seen water is H2O, that is two parts of hydrogen element as compared to only one part of oxygen element. And I hope you remember in 9th standard we studied about Dalton's law. Okay, Dalton's law of mass. Okay, law of constant mass proportion. So that is being applied over here. So these are the two in-text questions which we have covered. Now let us move to the third type of chemical reaction discussed in our chapter is displacement reaction. Now you can see an activity 1.9 is being discussed over here. 3 iron nails are there. Take 2 test tubes marked A and B. Okay. Take about 10 ml copper sulfate solution. Tie the 2 iron nails with a thread. Immerse them carefully in the copper sulfate solution in the test tube B for about 20 minutes and keep iron nail inside for comparison. After 20 minutes, take out the iron nails from the copper sulfide solution. Now just have what is in. Why does the iron nail becomes brownish in the color and blue color of copper sulfate solution fades? Okay, you can see in the reaction, okay, the above it is being said that iron nail taken out from the copper sulfate solution becomes brown, and the copper sulfate solution in the test tube A and reaction mixture in the test tube B shows that it has become fade. Why it becomes fade? Just have a look. It is due to the displacement reaction which has taken place. Now see, ferrous iron is Fe, copper sulfate CuSO4, that solution. When the nail was dipped, the sulfate ferrous sulfate, iron sulfate was formed, and copper. Okay, so in this reaction the iron has displaced or removed another element copper from the copper sulfate solution. So this reaction is called as displacement reaction. Just another example such as Zn plus CuSO4. So what will happen? ZnSO4 and Cu will be displaced. The name itself says displacement reaction. Now one thing, please note it down. Zinc and lead are more reactive elements than copper. so they replace these compounds. In the displacement reaction, this is an important point to be noted. The displacement takes place of the lighter elements, okay. The heavier element replaces the lighter element. The reactivity series which we have studied, students. Second reaction which is discussed over here is double displacement reaction. The name itself says double displacement. Let us take an activity there 1.10 I just discussed. You will observe that a white substance which is insoluble in water is formed. The insoluble substance formed is known as precipitate. Any reaction that produces a precipitate can be called as precipitation reaction. This is also has to be noted. What precipitates takes place? Just have a look. Sodium sulfate Na2SO4, barium chloride, we get barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Okay, the white precipitate of barium sulfate is formed by the reaction of sulfur and barium, and another product sodium chloride remains in the solution. Such reaction where an exchange of ions between the reactants are called double displacement. Just have a look at the reaction. Na2SO4 was there and barium chloride was there. Now SO4 is replaced by chlorine and chlorine is replaced by SO4. Now see, SO4 in place of SO4 you will find NaCl, and in place of Cl you will find SO4. So it is called as double displacement. Now the last, oxidation and reduction. Okay, the activity is there. I will not go in it. I will just give you an example. Oxygen is added to copper, so copper oxide is formed. You can see in this reaction Cu plus O2 gives 2CuO, that is copper oxide. When hydrogen gas is passed over an heated material, the black coating on the surface turns brown. Okay, and CuO plus H2, you get Cu. So here you get copper. Please note it down. This is very important objective question. The black coating on the surface turns brown because of the reverse reaction which takes place between the copper. So see the two reactions Cu plus O2. Over here copper is added with an oxygen. So such type of a reaction where addition of oxygen takes place is said to be an oxidation reaction. And where oxygen is being removed, then it is said to be an reduction. There is oxidation reaction, reduction reaction are also called as redox reaction. You can see over here CuO plus H2, both oxidation and reduction takes place in one reaction. See CuO plus H2, what you get? CuO plus H2O. You can see you are getting Cu plus H2O. Now see CuO is now getting converted to Cu. So oxygen is removed. So this is reduction. H2 gets oxygen. So it is oxidation. I think it's clear. So there are reactions we have studied: oxidation reaction, reduction reaction. So up till now we have covered the topic, important topic, chemical reactions. What are the different types of chemical reaction? The first one was combination. Second one was decomposition. Third one displacement. Fourth one double displacement, and the fifth one was oxidation and reduction. In between we also studied about exothermic and endothermic chemical reaction. In my next video we will see some of the effects of oxidation and reduction reaction in everyday life, and we'll discuss the in-text questions which will appear on the page number 13. Keep watching my videos and share, subscribe and like. Thank you.